Hey traders, Jeff coming back to you full throttle. I want to take a minute and kind of unveil the GameStop. We all know that they had earnings here the last couple of days here. People were looking for high hopes. There's been people looking since the 2021 mark where this thing took that super high rocket ship run here. They've been waiting. This is their ticket to freedom. Here's the reality. There's only one way to trade GameStop. I'm going to show you how to trade GameStop today. I'm purely a technical analysis person. It did break the resistance prior to earnings. It pulled back, trying to hold there. They just could not handle the reality of their stock. Now, a lot of people will oppose me on that because they say, hey, you don't understand the stock. You don't understand where this company is going. Yeah, I do understand this stock, and I do understand where it's going. The reality is that for that to happen again, I don't know that we're going to get that high of a run, if at all, when we get back to those points again. But if it does go, definitely make your money. Take your runs here, but don't hold out for those huge runs. Chop those profits along the way. But for right now, let's discuss what happens next in our quest for GME, and this meme stock getting back to those high levels right where we were before. Hang tight. Let me show you what is going to happen with meme stock. All right, Jeff, back at you. So I want to kind of just show you kind of where we are. Just the reality is that footprints of money, where the technicals are, really outlines the stock. Are there stocks that go through the roof that just totally ignore the technicals? Absolutely, right? But to find those stocks and have the right timing on those stocks and be able to participate and not basically chop a small gain out of it and watching it go like a Bitcoin was, right, where it is today, is rare. It's hard. It's difficult because the reality is a lot more traders hold on to losers because in the hope that they'll become a winner or come back to break even, versus people that have unrealized gains they're holding on to, don't want to give those up. There's just a psychological level in there. But the fact of the matter is, technicals don't lie. The footprints of money outside the one-offs, those happen outside the one-offs. Let me show you how to play GameStop going forward. And these are the things I've talked about in our trading room from time to time on how to play this. So this is a shot where it had the shot right up in here. We talked about this on a video. We came back down a little bit further to support here. We closed below the 8-period moving average right in here, the dotted white line here. Got right back up to about a 21.6 retracement. At that point, if it came back down to here, it was death. The problem is it took too long and had an earnings date coming in right here on the red bar. Next day, the morning after, the earnings were officially where people started trading it. Look what happened. A little bit of a shoot up here, hangman up top, bearish candles all the way around, closing below the 8. Now, what we didn't expect was GameStop to drop down here to 22, 21, what have you. But the reality is there's a lot of people that's tanked in the stock. They were betting the farm on this. They were loaded up. They couldn't sleep at night. They were hoping for this is the one, right, that they can claim the thing. The fact of the matter is it wasn't, and it's not. And here's why. From a technical standpoint in here, you have to look at these support levels, resistance levels here. Now again, things could change tomorrow and the thing shoots straight back up. But from a technical standpoint, this is one of the major support lines here at 19.90. We'll call it 20 bucks in this area. This is what's actually right now here as of June 14th, June 13th, yesterday on trading day. So we came back down, we had a huge gap down. If it breaks this $20 area, and it breaks it with conviction, it'll retest, it'll try to come back up to those areas and that ceiling, and if it fails the low, once it tries to break and fails it, guys, it's over on GameStop for a while, okay? But here's how you can trade GameStop going forward. You want to look at these support levels coming down in here. Now there was 17, this isn't that much of one. And also I want to talk about this support level because people say, well, that's another support level at 16. Yes, it was, but here's the fact reality is that you cannot have a support level. If prices trade above that support level and they trade below the support level, you wipe out any indication that this support is holding. There are remnants of that, but once prices trade above support or resistance in some cases and then back below, you can go ahead and put a big X on the support. You got to look a little bit forward because this has been X'd out. And the reality is from this move up in May, here recently from the $9 mark, the stock, if it breaks this $20 level, is more likely to revisit that $10. I hate to say that, for you guys that are holding long in here, I don't want to say it, hurt your feelings. The fact of the matter is, it's not going to lie. That's what it does. outside of these one-offs, this thing's heading back here. So here's how you trade GameStop going forward, right? You look at the support area at 20, you break, you test back up. If it fails the bottom of the break at that point, in other words, it comes down, it tries to hold on one last time and fails that area, let's say about 50 cents or a buck, you're gonna have this downward move outside of the one-offs in here. I'd be looking at these 2 and 3 different trade segments. I'd be number one, I'd be maybe taking a nibble down here at this previous high. Now it's traded below and above it, so I don't think there's a ton here, but you can nibble at this at 15 bucks, and I think nibble at this coming about 10 bucks on the final in here. You're gonna have an average position about 12.50 at this. GameStop will likely move back up these areas. The question is when. Look back in here. It sometimes takes just months and months and months to kind of regurgitate those areas. This was a just disappointing beyond belief type earnings, where even the most sought after hype couldn't hold such disappointing numbers out. Just walk into a GameStop and you'll know what I'm talking about here. So I would be basically looking for the support break in here, maybe taking a nibble down here at this 15 level. I would want to look for another little more short-term support area first, but ultimately if I did, I'd be looking for the final under 10 bucks at this point. Now sometimes it'll come down and look like it's coming, then break back out and put higher lows and higher highs and going back up. Don't be dismayed by that. The fact of the matter is that support's broke. It's probably going to come back down. Retail, sucking people in on a little bit of a retail type hype, making some day trade money in there. But the fact is, this stock has a bigger footprint in it than our one higher low in a day or in a daily chart. Look for this thing to come back to 10 bucks. Take it in 2 to 3 pieces. Work your way down this area so when it does come back up into here, you have a shot to be able to take half. If it goes, ride that puppy to the moon. If it doesn't, you've already made your profits at GameStop. This goes with all meme stocks here, but this was a just decimating earnings drop in here. A surprise. They really weren't expecting this thing to drop more than about $27 down here. This thing absolutely killed people down in here. So just be careful about it. The fact is, right now, it's in the cusp. I would wait this next week, probably the following, and see how it handles this $20 area. At that point, decisions can be made. Before that, you're just riding the hope pipeline, hopium, and hopium never pays. Talk to you on the other side.